Welcome to this Arcant Dynamic Maps video where we're looking at the address and street management application creating multiple address records. So in this Dynamic Maps video we're going to look at our local land and property gazetteer and look at options for creating multiple address records at the same time. So from the left hand side under LLPG we've chosen the addresses menu, and on the right hand side where we've got a list of the current addresses in the system we're going to choose the add button to create a new address. That will open up the new BLPU pop-up window. It's going to wait for that to load and it will tell us which is the next UPRN in our current range. So it's given us a UPRN value there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to choose what the logical status should be for our new addresses. So we'll leave it on approved, and then maybe the BLPU class. Let's go for a residential, typing in R, and let's go for RDO 3. Let's choose a semi-detached house. To be able to create properties within the LLPG we need to choose a street, so we will choose a street starting with the word church. So if we choose find, that goes through our LSG and finds the street records that are already in the system. So our properties have to be created against an existing street. So let's choose Church Lane, Great Hockham. Having done that, notice it's automatically filled in the USRM, which is the reference for the street, and it's given us the coordinate location of the start of that street. So that's where the address will initially be created. In this example, what we're going to do is create multiple addresses at the same time. So we're going to create PAO copies, and to create multiple records, all we need to do is put a start number in, which could be, let's say, 100, and a range 2. So let's say we want to create up to 110. Let's put 110. We could also fill in extra details such as the postcode or the post town at this point if we wanted to. If we go down to the bottom, what we're going to do is choose Generate Preview, and that will give us the list of records that the system's going to create in a preview. So we'll give that a few seconds just to run through, and there are the new UPRN records starting at R60 and moving upwards for our residential semi-detached house number 100 through to 110 on Church Lane at Great Hockham. If we scroll to the end, we can see that the coordinates for each of those are actually slightly different. So what we do above here is we put a geometry offset in the Y direction, which is the northing direction. That means that these 10 properties won't be created on top of each other, so it might be a little bit confusing. What it's going to do is put them 3 meters apart, but we can change that if we want to. We can move them, let's say, 10 meters apart. So if we choose 10 and choose Generate Preview now, what that will do is update the addresses that are going to be created, and the Y coordinate will change by 10 meters. So we can see it's just done it. Same 10 records are going to be created, but we can see the Y coordinate now goes up by 10 meters each time, 10, 20, 30, 40. So if we're happy with that, what we're going to do is just choose to tick the UPRNs that we want to create. We could choose not to create particular UPRNs if we don't want to, particular addresses, we could skip some, but we've chosen the top option, and let's choose Generate BLPUs. The system says the selected BLP records will be created. Do you want to continue? So let's press OK. And give it a few seconds, and once the system's ran through, that'll create those 10 new records for us. It'll give us a message to say that it's completed it, and then we can close this pop-up. So there we go, the system's completed the generation of those 10 records. Because the UPRNs have gone green, we know that it's created those records now, and if we means we can now press close and exit from the pop-up. If we refresh the screen and list the addresses again, the most recent records are always shown at the top. So our 10 new addresses on this road, Church Street, will appear at the top, and we can then just validate that they've been created. So there we go, we've got 110, 109, 108 through to 100 that we created there, Church Lane, Great Hockham. UPRNs have been created automatically. They've been put onto the same street. The only difference will be their coordinates will be in slightly different places. Thanks very much for watching this video.